Hello, welcome to the second week of A-Level C# support videos. Last week we went through stringy container and we said that this week we'd go through the second of the two challenges, which is Censor the Centaur. And then there's two new challenges this week. We'll go through one of those and save the other one for next week. So Censor the Centaur, you had a function with one parameter. Within that parameter you had to search for the word centaur and replace it with 5 hashes. But you have to be careful because it should detect lowercase centaur as well as uppercase centaur, any combination of capital letters and lowercase letters. So if it was case sensitive, as in all just lowercase or something like that, it'd be dead easy. You could just do message.replace, say what you're searching for, and then say what you want to replace it with, and then return that. But if we run this, it will work sometimes, but it won't always work. Let's have a look. It's failed some of the tests. And what are the tests? Well, in this case, it's found centaur here, but it hasn't found it here. So what we need to do instead is, well, there's a clue here. It says using system.text.regular expressions. We'll use regular expressions a lot. They're a really powerful way for searching and replacing. And it's similar, we still do something.replace, but instead of the parameter, the string parameter, we're just using regex, regular expressions .replace. This time you have what you're searching in, you have what you're searching for, and what you want to replace with, but we can also specify some options, and we're just going to say ignore case. And this time when we run it, let's see, it should replace all values of centaur, all instances of centaur. Good. And remember, you get more points the faster you do this. So you can wait until the videos come out, but you're going to get a lower score. If you want to get the highest score, you want to be the first person in the class to do it. You get 20 points. The second person gets 19 points, etc. Okay, so the new challenges this week, there's 2 of them. I'm going to go through one that says valid range of integers. When you do your A-level project, you get a lot of marks for validation, which means testing that values are within a certain range or that follow a certain pattern or are sensible values. So this is a range check. We want to be able to take a parameter as a string and convert it to an integer. We want to know whether the conversion is successful or not, and whether or not it falls within a range of minimum and maximum values. So for example, we have a function called validateInt. It returns Boolean, so it will be, that's the whether or not it succeeds. This doesn't succeed because it's not possible to convert hello to an integer. This does succeed because 56 as a string can be converted to 56 as an integer, and 56 is somewhere between 50 and 100. So how do we implement this? Well, let's have a look. First of all, we need to do the conversion. So we could do int.parse. So int is the class. Parse will try and take our string, which we've called input, but this will sometimes fail, as in it will crash if you pass something that isn't an integer. So instead, we can do try parse. This doesn't return an integer anymore. It returns a Boolean, as in has it succeeded or not, which is almost what we want. So we'll save this as success. And it will also allow us to pass a output value, and we'll call that validated output. And notice a function can only return one value in C#, but you can pass a reference to a parameter, and that will be edited within your function. So it's basically treated like an output. This is what it's saying try and convert this, store the answer in here, and then also let us know has it succeeded or not. So it's not enough just to return that value, because if our value is outside of the range that we want, for example 56 is less than our minimum, we want to return false, whereas this will return true because it's possible to convert 56 to an integer. So we just need to add some extra logic. So if success, so if we've been able to convert it, but also let's add in a logical and, if we're successful and our validated output is greater than or equal to the minimum, and the validated output is less than or equal to the maximum, then we can return success or return true because it's successful. Otherwise, so we could put an else, but there's no point because remember return breaks out of the function, so it's not going to run after that. We could return false, but we also need to make sure in here, if it is false, if we're not able to perform the validation, it says that validated output should be set to the minimum. So we'll do that here. Validated output equals the minimum value specified by this parameter. And then hopefully this will work. Let's have a look and see. It's be embarrassing if it doesn't. Yeah, great. Fab. So there's another test to work through this week. Remember, I will go through the answers for that in next week's video. You want to try and attempt these before the videos come out so you can get as many points as possible. But do get in touch if you need any support with these, if you think they're too easy or too hard. I want to try and pitch this at the right level. All the best. See you soon. Bye-bye.